And then we have a leak about the heavily rumored poltergeist house coming to HHN Hollywood.
This thing is massive.
I guess that would work if they put it in there.
Oh, it's happening. It's appeared. The art merchandise.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2025 update. We have construction updates. We're gonna be talking about all the Easter eggs hidden inside the Terrifier teaser for what we're gonna be kind of experiencing rumored inside the house. If you didn't know, we're so close to kind of like dethroning the official HHN YouTube channel. Half of you guys currently are not subscribed who watch the videos. We have a little challenge now. If we hit 76,000, we're gonna have a reward to show you guys, 78,000 and then 80,000. So I own one of the largest HHN collections in the world. So I'm gonna reveal like a jaw-dropping artifact to you guys every single one of those tiers that we hit. Like your mind is gonna be blown. I promise it'll be worth the wait, but we got this. We're gonna dethrone the official HHN channel. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day, right? We got Ash versus Evil Dead, HHN 2017, almost a decade ago. Time flies. Okay, so on that note, let's roll the commercial.
This is gonna hurt. What, you never saw a guy with a chainsaw hand before?
Okay, welcome back. Let's head in. Again, like a slower day. I really thought summer was gonna be a little busier. Maybe it's busy over at Epic.
Cannot wait to see the giant medallion in the archway for HHN 34 this year.
So this is one of the little hidden things that people really don't know about at Universal. When you're
Here on just a normal vacation. So here you can look at your photos, that photo pass is taken, but over here, dining reservations. So let's say you wanna go eat at Mythos or something. Come right over here and just be like, hey, I'd like to set up a reservation for Mythos, and they'll set it up for you, and then you just walk over there and it's ready. So you're not waiting there, you know, for hours. So just make a reservation here.
All right, so first off, let's talk about Horror Unleashed in HHN Vegas. One of the strangest pieces of HHN, I guess, memorabilia I've ever seen pop up on eBay was just posted. So it says, Universal Halloween Horror Nights Unleashed actual building direction sign sheet. So it says, team member stage door this way. So you can start bidding on it now, $50. You wanna bid on that? I guess you can. I did have some friends who did film some stuff of how it looks currently. This was about a week ago. And then also on Twitter, this was posted. And then Five Fires posted this, Horror Unleashed coming to life in Las Vegas. Looks like they've slowly been painting the side of the building, which will say Horror Unleashed. So it should be done later this week. They're slowly getting there, but the problem is they are a month away. A month away, and we still don't have really any info about what's going on inside. No photos, no videos of really what's going on inside, because they're just reusing the B-roll. Getting kind of worried. Universal, I'd love for you to release some actual content from within inside Horror Unleashed. A month away. We will be there for the opening in a month.
Here's Five and Dime. Let's see if there's anything new since the merch drop a couple days ago. They still have most of the sizes, so if you're looking for them, they'll have extra large, large, medium, and small and extra small for the new Terrifier shirt. I like this little not an Easter egg. Art famously wears his little sunflower glasses. They've added some sunflowers here right underneath the art merchandise. So you know what, on that note, let's go over the Terrifier teaser and all the Easter eggs hidden inside of it, which could lead to all the stuff we'll see within the house.
Okay, so this kind of looks like a dorm room. As you know, Terrifier 3, a good chunk of the movie takes place in a dorm. If we look all the way to the left, you're gonna see a skull. If you remember at the end of Terrifier 3, there's the skull smell that might be related to one of the main characters. Then we have Art Krispies, right? Those are seen inside the film. And then one of my favorite ones is you can see from Slaughter Cinema, the Amazon cannibals from Planet Hell. We've been seeing a Slaughter Cinema Easter egg inside each one of these little teasers. Off to the right, you're gonna see an image from the Clown Cafe. And then if we zoom in a little more, we're gonna see these flowers on the wall. These are gonna be poinsettias. Now poinsettias are also used for Christmas. They're throughout the entire third Terrifier film. It also relates to the code name of where this house is located at Universal Studios. So the code name was poinsettias, so that's why there's a poinsettia on the wall. If you look down on the ground, we're gonna see a pair of Converse. As you know, some of the characters in the Clown Cafe scene are wearing Converse. There's also paint and pencils and brushes on the ground. The main character's father kind of does artwork and kind of like comics in the film series, so I believe that's a little nod to that. We're gonna see a banjo on the wall. The banjo on the wall is also gonna be a nod to the Clown Cafe. Off to the right, we're gonna see his, again, famous sunflower sunglasses, and then on the chair, it kind of looks like his outfit, and then we're gonna see a Terrifier poster on the wall. It'll say Halloween Horror Nights 2025. So again, Art dresses up as Santa in the third film, and I'm guessing this will end up on merchandise. And then this is a really hidden little Easter egg. Next to the TV, you'll kind of see this kind of canister on the ground with a rope. This is actually going to be fire extinguisher that he uses in the bar scene in Terrifier 3. So that is a rundown of some of the Easter eggs inside the Terrifier teaser. Let me know if I missed any of them. So I did finally watch Terrifier 3. I've seen all the films now. The actor who plays Art does such a great job. So I think that's why people really kind of connect with that character, because it's like kind of like a dark comedy. Yeah, if you're not a fan of gore, you should be worried about this house. Everybody keeps saying we're gonna get soaked. Remember that account that was like leaking all the merchandise? One of the things that they leaked was this like bloody poncho. I didn't really think much of it, but I wonder if that's one of the merchandise items that's gonna be sold this year, is like a bloody poncho. So the tweet says, I'm really hoping they sell these ponchos this year. Seems appropriate with Art and Jason slashing their ways through HHN. So you see all these bloody handprints. If you zoom in closely, it'll say Halloween Horror Nights on the poncho. Okay, so the creator and director of Terrifier said this. It's official. Terrifier's coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. We are thrilled, honored, and relieved to finally share this exciting news. This is set to be the bloodiest house yet. And the team at HHN truly knocked this attraction out of the park. You will get all of Art the Clown's greatest hits and then some. Currently, the discount store is
Still open. Let's go walk through and see if there's anything new.
Shouldn't they start to close it if the HHN tribute store is going to end up over here? Because currently the old one, there's all the construction walls, so you can't have people exiting and entering over there. So
this would be the choice, but it's still open. It's just like all the same merchandise. It's mainly just the same stuff. It is kind of like a jump scare. You look over and Earl's watching you in the corner. But they did get some discounted Ghostbusters merch. That is new. They have the rubber duck. If you remember last year, this shirt. So all this stuff is like 60% off. They got the Ghostbusters blanket. What do they have over here? They got the hoodie. They got like the little kid Slimer shirt. And then kind of the buttons and keychains. I never saw this. $13 for dice, and each side has a different ghost on it.
the store's fully stocked. I don't know when it's closing. Is the tribute store not ending up over here?
So I guess our projector theory is not happening. They've had all these lights on top of the really, really tall truss work. So to be lighting up again Mel's, and then also over here. So I wonder how big these scare zones are going to be this year. But yeah, our theories of the projectors are not happening. You can see they've already connected all the electrical with the lights at the top. Now some of these lights look to be new because not all of them are hooked up. Some of them are still unplugged. So over here on this truss work, they've added a light right there, and then on the opposite side, they've added another light right there. Well, this light will be kind of shining right here, and then that light will be shining on the restaurant or bar or whatever's popping up over there. Now, last time we were here, we just had this truss work. This truss work now has lights on it. Then over here, this truss work has appeared next to where they'll kind of place a TV screen. So inside there is room for a TV mount right there. So there's one right here, and another one has popped up right over there. So the other truss work and then the TV mount has appeared. And then again, our theory is debunked about the projectors. They got new lights on top of that really, really tall truss work over there.
Lights and lighting packages are honestly one of the most important things about a haunt. There's so much storytelling that is told within, how lights, are set up within a scare zone or a house. They can make or break a scare, make or break kind of the feeling of a house or a scare zone. So I kind of love that so many lights are popping up. Each light can tell a different story. So if you are into like designing haunted houses, or you have, your own mini haunt, I know everybody tries to focus on the scare, but if the scare isn't properly lit, it'll fall flat. Always make sure to focus on the lights.
Nothing new with this truss work over here. Then over here, nothing new with all the truss work where, you know, they'll probably have a different little quick service food stand over there. Oh, what's happening? It's appeared. We now have a speaker. A speaker for the scare zone has appeared right here. As you know, we saw them replacing all the electrical back there, but the speaker just appeared overnight. Also over here, a new speaker has appeared in the bushes. And we'll also slide right over here. Another speaker has appeared. I don't think they look hooked up yet, but they've just been placed in the bushes. Now, over the course of the updates, you will see the scenic team and art design team kind of cover these up and blend them in with the scare zones. Then there's a barricade over here last time. We could see some more little flags have appeared, right, where kind of electrical is being placed. And then right over here by the gift shop, they have another speaker that has appeared. This one's kind of hidden over here, but if you kind of creep down there, you'll see a speaker hidden in the bushes. So the rumor is we're gonna have some cats in this scare zone. Now in Hollywood a couple years ago, they had cats but with like masks, but for this scare zone, we're gonna actually be able to like see their faces. I think we're gonna get some fun makeup designs, maybe some prosthetics, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. If you come over here, you can also see something bagged up. There's something bagged up inside the bushes. Now the last speaker we saw was in those bushes, but there's another speaker hidden right over there. We got that electrical box back there, and there's another speaker hidden right over here. And then the last little speaker, if you look really closely in the bushes, kind of hidden right there. So right now, all the speakers have just appeared on this side of the scare zone. Nothing has appeared on this side yet. I'm sure we'll get more speakers popping up. 6 or 7 or 8 speakers have appeared in the bushes overnight on this side. Okay, over here, this truss work, all these lights, holy crap, have now appeared. 8 lights appeared on that truss work. That's not all. There's another one right here. And here we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 have appeared right there. Even over here, truss work has appeared with lights. 1 new set of truss, 2, 3. Oh, there's a 4th one over there. Okay, I was not expecting this to pop up. I think the scare zone's gonna be massive this year. I know a lot of complaints, scare zones would end, and then you'd kind of be in this like area of kind of limbo where there's nothing happening. Where here, it looks like they're extending the scare zone to all the way out here, so you still kind of get that spooky vibe if you're going back there. You're cutting through Springfield, so they're kind of extending the scare zone, it looks like, because they wouldn't put up all this truss and light if they were just doing like a little Blumhouse meet and greet. So I think this is a continuation of the scare zone. So I think we'll probably see them build onto this truss work that's appeared. There's also a stage that's popped up. This thing is massive. I walked in expecting just, you know, get some speakers and lights, but no, we're getting giant stages. This thing looks great. Yeah, so this is definitely gonna be a stage, and they'll build a facade around it. Back here, I'm pretty sure there's outlets so you can connect the electrical with the stage. They still have spots to kind of build a staircase. That's why this is an opened area back here. And then over here, more lights on the truss. So yeah, oh, I cannot wait. Oh, there goes BioReconstruct. You know what, on that note, let's go over BioReconstruct's latest photos. So here's BioReconstruct's latest posts, aerial photos of site preparation for the attraction that replaces Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. As you can see, they're still moving dirt, clearing that whole space out to build something. He also gets a better shot of the courtyard, how it's kind of like blocked off right now. It looks like they're just replacing all the grass. Doesn't look like they're doing any concrete work. Here's a better look at the tent houses. If you look, you can see the Mecha truck out front. That's one of the companies that helps build the HHN houses. They still have not set up the queue though. You can see materials outside, so there's still an active construction building these houses. And then here's the facade outside Springfield. This is rumored to be the dollhouse. Not too much new happening with the bridge refurb. They built the walkway last time we were there so they can kind of get across, but it kind of looks the same since the last time we were here. Here's a better look from this angle. Again, they've just kind of stripped it down to the bare bones. All right, nothing new from the back. As again, we just saw BioReconstruct's photo, but nothing new has been added. So I'm sure the team will return to add some details later this week. All right, now if you look right there, they've added some new truss work with a bunch of lights that are hanging from it. They have this set up on both sides now for the heavily rumored Nightmare Fuel stage. And then down below you can see all the Grim Reapers hiding out. But yeah, those lights and that truss work has appeared. Nothing new over here. I feel like we have to wait for kind of the Amity Jaws overlay to end for them to really start building stuff over here. All right, let's pop in the candy factory, see if there's any new merchandise. Oh, they got the shirt. So this is released for the Jaws 50th anniversary. It's the Jaws poster, but in kind of all these different versions of it. So the great thing about this is it's a Roosevelt. These shirts will change your life. I was skeptical at first, but now I own like 20 of them. You're looking at $80 for this Roosevelt shirt, and you get your annual pass holder discount on it. Oh, the light's blinking in here now. This is strange. Why is this closed? It's all been blocked off. They got the curtain up. Let's see if it's open from the Mummy side. It's also been closed off. Why is the arcade closed off? What's going on? They wouldn't replace the arcade. It's all curtained off. You can't see inside. You can kind of see in there. Doesn't look like the arcade units are in there anymore. Arcade's blocked off from that entrance. This entrance. Let's see how it looks when we go into Mummy. Let's pop into Sahara Traders, see what's going on. Okay, we're inside the Mummy gift shop. It's all been closed off. That's bizarre.
I don't think I ever remember it ever being shut down. They still have the discount store open. And then the New York is rumored not to have the tribute store. Are they gonna put it in here? They gonna put it inside an arcade? How's it gonna work with the flow of the Mummy? I guess that would work if they put it in there.
One of the great mysteries of Universal for right now. Why is the arcade closed? What is happening to it? Yeah, because over here there's not enough room if there's crowds and lines to get into the tribute store with the construction happening. So that's why I don't think it's happening here. It's either happening in Hollywood or I guess now the arcade.
Okay, it is time for, I think it's John Murdy right there. John! Okay, so someone asked John this. John Murdy, just curious. Last year I went to all HHN events around the world. Do all the creative directors at each event share notes and collaborate on their ideas? John responds with, we collaborate closest with the Orlando team on houses we share. I shared all of our weekend material with Beijing, just depends. And then Exploring Attractions tweeted this out to John. There it is. The tarp has been removed for the Terrifier facade for Halloween Horror Nights, which will be the fun house first seen in Terrifier 2. Looks like they're working on the lettering right now. Let's go to Citywalk.
A lot of movement happened since the last time we were here. The pile of dirt has gotten bigger. It almost looks like the pile of like dino crap when Ian Malcolm's looking at it. No foliage is left except for one little lone palm tree over there. And then over here they've ripped up all the foliage. Remember they were tearing out the stairs last time we were here. But yeah, this has all been ripped out. Okay, so they do have all the promotion for Jurassic World Rebirth. Alice and I went and watched it.
It's bad. I have an hour left in rewatching Dominion. I think Dominion is a better film than Rebirth because I actually like care about these characters.
This whole family right here, you were cheering for dinosaurs to eat them.
Velociraptors are in it for maybe 10 seconds. Main villain, dinosaur, looked like a...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I don't know what happened with that film, but it was not good. Script felt like it was written by AI. One of the characters is upset that all the dinosaurs are mutant dinosaurs. Did no one ever rewatch the original Jurassic Park film? They're all mutants. Slicing DNA together, changing them, so they're all mutants. So why are you getting upset? You have some of the best actors on the planet, and it felt like it was just an SNL skit. I'm gonna do like a 5 out of 10 on it. There's some good moments within it, but most of it is hot garbage. Now I will say, best thing to come out of, post Jurassic World, I think was the Netflix show. The Netflix show is like really good. They really kind of like flesh out what's going on within the world and like you care about those characters and it's scary and intense. At least just watching it. It is a kid's show, but it's a lot better than all the crap that we've been getting for the Jurassic World franchise.
We gotta pop in the Super Nintendo World store and do a new section of merchandise. Let's do this section and that section today. $28, they got the little kid Super Nintendo World Universal Orlando Resort shirt. $30, they have a little bag. $30? Are you kidding me? This is not a good quality bag. I would never pay $30 for this. Maybe like $4.99. $13 for these luggage tags. So each one is kind of a different color. So you have one that's yellow, one that's blue, and one that's red. $10 for these magnets, Super Nintendo World. Then you have it green, and then one in pink. $8, they just have the same kind of logo design for Super Nintendo World, but in different colors. So you have one that is blue, the one that is green, one that is black, and then one that is red, one that is yellow, and then one that is pink. And then for $12, they have a keychain with that same design. Again, they'll have one in yellow, one in green, one in blue, one in black, one in pink. $35 for this pink Super Nintendo World shirt. And then also for $35, they're gonna have a black shirt. $30 for the Super Nintendo World sign. $65 for the Super Nintendo World pretty lightweight hoodie. $16 for a Super Nintendo World mug. And then $65 for this pretty soft sweatshirt. That is a wrap on the new sections. Luigi, we will cover your section next time.
Okay, on that note, let's go back to the office.
They're still working on the moving walkway here in Citywalk, but the track has now been put back down. They're slowly getting there.
Okay guys, we're back in the office, so we have some more Halloween Horror Nights 34 updates. So they just revealed some more information about annual pass holders first. Okay, so for APs it says, Where the Scare, available starting August 29th, 2025. Stock up on pass holder exclusive Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. That's to die for. There's gonna be a t-shirt for $33, a pin for $14, and a patch for $13. And then also there's gonna be ghoulish giveaways. So from October 1st until November 2nd, 2025, show your devotion to Halloween with a free pass holder exclusive button. You can pick it up at Islands Adventure, UAP Lounge, or at Universal Studios, The Tonight Shop. And then we have a leak about the heavily rumored Poltergeist house coming to HHN Hollywood. Okay, so Albert tweeted out this. I don't know if this means anything, but Immortal Mask just posted a new mask. They didn't indicate that it was made for Universal Studios, but we do know Poltergeist is coming to HHN Hollywood. Yes, the Preacher is from part 2, but maybe they make some changes to the story. If you look at this new mask, it is spot on to the Preacher from the Poltergeist film. So yeah, we still have not had that official IP announcement. We have so many different HHN updates coming your guys' way. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon. I guess that would work.
The pilot's gotten bigger.